Welcome to Wagwan with the Wagwan. Wagwan with the Wagwan. Wagwan with the Wagwan. We're all warmed up and ready to go. Loosey goosey.
Back on my bullshit. Here I am.
Back on our bullshit once again. It's your current event program with your host James Jam Easy Cummins.
Yo, did we ever shout out Charlie?
And your other host. And honestly, what do you call it? A really caring, loving guy that wants everyone to be included and recognized for their work. That's our co-host, Colin at Colin's Process. And yeah, shout out to the guy that does our fucking, or he didn't do it for us. He did it. We heard it. We're like, that would make a fucking excellent name for a podcast and fucking good intro song.
Bro,
Wagwan with the Wagwan. That's from Charlie Noir. He was in Osiam when he made that song. That was the group's name. Shout out to Osiam. And Charlie Noir still making music. Actually has a single about to drop with Stay Out Late. It's going to be called Lavish. And when they drop that video, let's have him on. Let's have him on.
I'm down. I was going to say, yeah, we need to have him on as soon as possible. Stay
Out Late I used to DJ for back in the day. Charlie Noir, he was in Osiam at the time, and we used to be on the same shows together. We were always like two groups that would chill together or be on shows together, whatever, right? Stay Out Late, and his thing is Cup and Hand Gang. So yeah, just when the real ones link up. So now he linked up with Stay Out Late, and they make tracks together, and it's a beautiful relationship. Lavish, I saw a clip from the video, and bro, so I've known these guys for years, man. I've seen them come up since like high school time, and like just to see what these guys are doing now, how professional this video looks, some of the fucking shots that they got, I'm like, God damn, I can't believe I know these guys. Like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm on their dick or boosting. Yo, when you see this video come out, even when I showed you Stay Out Late music for the first time, you're like, when you said you had friends that did music, you didn't expect it to be that quality.
No, not at all. Whenever you hear friends that do music, especially when you're in Toronto, you know what to expect. When you're from Toronto,
yeah, man. So I really believe in these guys, and stay tuned for Lavish. Go follow at Stay Out Late right now, and follow Charlie Noir and everyone in there, and fucking Wagwan with the Wagwan. Let's get it started. Back on our bullshit. Another week here. What's the most exciting current event story you're down to talk about today? Kick things off. Let me leave it open to you.
Oh, you want me? Can I kick it off?
Kick it off.
It's not even on the list.
Ooh, not even on the board. This guy's going off board.
BLM founder just bought $1 million house. People are wondering where this money's coming from after BLM just got $100 million.
I'm glad you said it.
And then apparently she was not on a press run, but she addressed it and was talking about she's like, I was doing things before BLM and she's like, I have more than one house. People thought it was just one house. She's like, I have multiple houses.
We caught up with BLM founder while she was stepping out of her 2021 Lamborghini. She's like, I'm rich, bitch.
Defund them.
Defund the police. No, I have seen so many times people saying, where's the money go? Where's the money go? Wouldn't that be nice if it just went right into her pockets?
Hey, you know what? I've met the founder of BLM Toronto. No, I haven't met the founder. I met her brother, and he said she's in LA. And I was like, how's she in LA? It's a pretty expensive place to live.
Who knows?
But you know what? Again, like they said, they were doing things before.
You got to spend money to make money, and sometimes you got to spend money on a big house to show that black people are living lavish. Stay tuned for that song, Lavish. I was just talking about. I'll be in the club living lavish.
That would have been a great excuse. I'm trying to show people black excellence. Thank you very much. Are you trying? Who's trying to stand in the way of this? Everybody would have been like, "Oh, sorry." I find obviously as a white person to question BLM, you might as well just nail yourself to a cross and wait for them the streets to come with their torches. But I will say this: cancel fire. When
Black Lives Matter started, it was about black people getting murdered and people getting away with it, cops getting away with it, and George Zimmerman. Is that when it started? Trayvon Martin, was that when it started?
I feel like it might have been that. I feel like something like that.
100%. Black people get treated worse by cops, and that does need to change. There's a systematic problem where they're seen as like less than human or something by police and by the justice system, where you can actually just get away with murdering a black person historically,
or something more. It's like something to be afraid of, and everybody understands. They're like, okay, he was angry, he was black, we get it, it's cool. It's weird. I would have been scared too, buddy.
Black were pretty scary. But yeah, so when it started off as that's obviously an idea that everyone should be able to get behind. But it's become something that now people are having questions about what Black Lives Matter is doing and I don't really know. I haven't looked into it, so I'm not gonna raise any questions. All I'm saying is that when I hear other, okay, I'll be honest. I've had white friends or family members that know I have a lot of black friends and be like, so what's the deal with this Black Lives Matter stuff? Like, what do your friends think? And I'm like, well,
you got the inside scoop.
I'm like, well, they think Black Lives Matter for sure.
Exactly.
But I have friends, like, I'm not gonna say you, but I have other friends that have said, like, yo, whatever Black Lives Matter is now, like, they're not like,
it's not.
They're not with that. Like, they're 100% against the cops shouldn't get away with killing black people, 100%. But there's a whole bunch of other issues that have been raised that they're kind of like, what the fuck are we fighting for now? Like, what is this? What is this part that you guys are about?
Yeah.
Putting in like 13 different acronyms in a bracket in between the B and the L and the BLM. Like,
oh, I saw that yesterday.
Right?
Yeah, I just saw that.
So there's definitely some murky confusion things going on, and I mean, hey,
it's an odd one. It's an odd one, but I do like that. Instead of going crazy, instead of people flying off the hinge, they're just like, okay, where did this like, they're just asking very valid questions like this. Where did it come from? Well, like, why are you able to do this? And it could seem insulting, but it's like, if you're the head of an organization, you have to answer for, like, we just finished doing a history podcast with somebody, like, you know, like, leaders have to answer for things. They do.
Yeah. You can't just shame everyone out of the room when they have questions. And that's exactly what's happened. We just did our most recent episode was on Vladimir Lenin, the guy that not invented, but took the first steps towards making a communist nation, the guy that started the USSR. And his thing was, if people disagreed with them, shaming them out of the room until he got enough power to literally kill them when they questioned him.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what, if you question, buddy, I already know, like, there's certain things you can't open your mouth about, because it's like, if you're not completely educated on how you're going to say it, you can't just fly off the seat of your pants, because it's like, you seem like a bad guy for even having a questionable thought.
That's true. That's very true. Whereas if it's the thing that's like positive, you can be completely uneducated on it and still speak on it, just because it's like, it's nice that you're an ally kind of thing.
Yes.
You know?
White people are confused and scared right now. It's a confusing and scary time.
There's a lot of them. I've had, like, I remember when the George Floyd stuff was just happening, I had like not a lot, but I've had at least like 5 white friends that are like, yo, can I, because I was posting a lot and I made it like that documentary and everything. And a lot of them were like, can I call you and get your, like they wanted to have like long talks about it to like figure out like what's good and, like, you know, like my opinion and, like, yeah, just trying to figure it out, like what's happening.
That's okay. That actually just brought this up in my head, because that this week when we had the Micaiah Bryant thing, a 15-year-old girl murdered by the cops while she was trying to murder someone with a knife.
Oh, she was 15, eh?
She was 15, and that's really sad. Black girl, obviously, and it's a sticky one still.
Yeah.
Because the video, it all happens so fast, but the shot is her hand holding a knife about to go into another girl. That's when she gets shot. Now, I was so confused on what to think about this one, because you hear a 15-year-old girl getting shot by the cops, and it's like, you do think, well, how many times there's been a school shooter that's been walked away in handcuffs?
Yeah. Exactly.
So obviously, if they can control that, why couldn't they control that? Then when you see the video, it's like, well, that did happen pretty fast. Yeah. Like, what are you supposed to say? So as far as calling your black friends and asking them like how to, so I grew up across the street from a guy that I consider my brother, you know what I mean? And I'm in a group with him and his bro, because they're like family to me. Like, I feel like I can at least ask them what's good. So I'm like, yo, I don't want to sound like a fucking, I've 9 times out of 10, I'm like, the cop fucked up.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, but this time, yes, it's a little girl, so that makes it really sad. But this is the shot of her holding the knife. Like, what are we supposed to think? And then, yo, they're like, yo, I gotta watch the video again to really know, because it's one of those ones where what you hear is upsetting. What you hear is upsetting. 15-year-old girl shot by the cops. She's the one that called the cops, asked for help. Now
she's the one that called?
Yeah. So she's the one that called the cops.
That's even worse.
Here's the story. So she's a foster kid. 2 of her.
Oh, she's a foster. Oh my God, this is so sad.
It was her foster mom's birthday, and 2 of the older kids that
kill this cop. Death penalty. No, I'm kidding. That's crazy.
2 of the ex foster daughters, like, they're growing up, they're out of the house. They came to visit for the mom's birthday. Mm-hmm. The mom wasn't home yet. They came and they saw the condition of the house, and they're like, yo, you should really clean this place up. Like, our mom doesn't like it like that. Like, she's giving you a place to live. Like, Clean up a little bit.
Keep it clean. Yeah.
That's what started the fight.
Oh man.
She's like, "Fuck, who you guys telling me what to do?" Obviously, when you're a foster kid,
So
maybe
this is
maybe she's
foster. This is foster siblings fighting.
not foster siblings fight. Well,
Damn.
they're not really. They weren't in the same house at the same time as her. It's just they have the same foster mom. They're growing up out of the house.
Yeah.
So they're probably like in their 20s. She's 15. They came back to visit. That's when the fight started. So she calls the cops and like, "Yo, these two
People
want to fight me over cleaning.
Yeah.
It's the house that I live in, and that is." In the mind of a foster kid, maybe she's not adjusted to that house enough yet. She hasn't like lived it like those girls did yet. So for them to say you have to be like we were, it is. You've been through a lot. They don't know what she's been through.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you're a foster kid, you're like my boy. He had his parents around, and he was still in a foster home because he was just so wild they couldn't control him. And yeah, man, I don't know. I was thinking of something, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Well,
because I was gonna say, and you can't say it blanketly, but like foster kids usually are pretty fucking wild. That's why they're either like their parents are like really dropped the ball, or they themselves are just like really out of hand,
or a combination of both. Like
exactly.
Your parents fucked you up, you became fucked up because of it.
But as two foster people who are older, you should kind of like know like this kid's probably a little wild, and I probably can't just be like, yo, clean this room.
Like they must have love for that foster mom because they came to visit on her birthday. So however they were in that house, they came from a place of our foster mom is a good lady. Like don't be bad to her. That's how they came. So they came from a good place, and who knows what kind of place the girl that got shot, because she might have been new to that house. Like I'm just trying to say, like she might not have been ready to follow all the rules. Like
15-year-old kids don't clean.
You see a movie about a troubled youth. Usually it starts off with them having trouble, then having this new mentor that like they'll have some fights back and forth with, but eventually they come around. She hadn't got the chance to come around yet.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're just coming, and you're like maybe you know the full story of this girl. Like maybe their mom already told them, but like you don't know the full story, and like to just come in and be like, yo, you should clean up. Like, I don't know. When my buddy was in a foster, I witnessed this myself. Like kids, like, because there's always like a man in the house.
Yeah.
There's a man and a woman usually, like these foster people who look after.
Yeah.
And that man would have to fight kids all the time.
Really?
You'd always have to be grabbing kids and like subduing them and like restraining them all the fucking time. So those two, I'm not gonna say they should have known better, but like that's a situation. Like we gotta look at that a little differently. So that's like someone who's potentially wild. You used to be wild. Like these two, like, you know, foster kids, like you used to be like this too. I don't know.
It's a tough one.
That is tough.
However the fight started, however the fight turned to the point where she's calling the cops, she asked the cops to come to the house. Now the video is the cops coming up, the fight's spilling out of the house. They're on the lawn, and you just see it's two girls, one girl. She grabs her, puts her against it all happens really fast, but the slow down version, you basically see a girl reaching back with a knife, about to plunge it in, and that's when she gets shot. And it happens fast. Like when I watched it the first time, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? But then when you see the slowed down version, you're like, God damn.
With that, like the first thing that comes to mind is like, what does the cop do? Like, let's say he doesn't shoot her and the other girl gets stabbed. Is he like he's on the hook for that too? Personally,
I'm a cop. I roll up, two black girls fighting on the line. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'll just throw the gun in between them and be like, you guys figure it out.
Let's even the odds. Give her pepper spray.
She's got a knife? Here, take a gun. Whoever gets to the gun first, you guys figure it out. I'll clean up the mess after.
But like in a cop's mentality.
And I'm just joking.
A cop's mind today, like they might want to do that because it's like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Definitely
because like I just said,
you roll up there, you might as well take your time getting out of the police car.
Yeah, exactly. Because if he didn't shoot her, then he would be on the hook for the other girl getting stabbed.
Yeah,
and then where does that go? She stabs one. There's another one now. Now it's another tussle, and now it's another person getting stabbed.
I don't know, man.
And now it's like,
so the argument is
to turn and stab you now?
Why didn't he shoot her with a taser?
Yeah.
There was a way to take her out without using deadly force. And, okay, my opinion on this whole... like, this one happened so fast that I don't even know if my solution for police is going to work. But here's my solution for the police problem with... police in general. I won't even just say police versus black people, but police in general. First of all, it's way too easy to become a cop. what's going on with these psyche evaluations? You got fucking somebody that's so scared that they're grabbing a gun instead of a taser. You got this fucking maniac kneeling on a guy's neck for 9 minutes, looking into a camera with fucking no soul in his eyes. Like, how the fuck? You have a guy that Chauvin had 18 complaints of excessive violence before the George Floyd thing. Yeah. How the fuck are you guys just saying, go back out on the street?
Yeah.
Like, there's a problem in police from the ground up in terms of who they, like, you got to fucking cut these psychopaths out. You got to fucking, these people that are nervous. So my plan for police is, first of all, obviously way better psychic evaluation, but also they should be trained in martial arts, like heavily trained, like to the point where they're so confident that they don't have to take out their gun. And so many, when you're really trained in martial arts, your mindset is not to choose violence. It's like, you have it in your back pocket. You feel very comfortable, but it's like these situations you see them in movies where it's like, oh, there's 3 against 1, and you think he's scared. No, he goes to the door and he locks the door because he's like, I can take all 3 of these guys out. I want my cops to have that kind of confidence.
True.
And
that would be good. I
want them to roll up on a scene and be like, yo, if you want to get busy, we can get busy, but like that's not the plan here. I want cops to have that. So
that's true. That would be good.
Unfortunately, maybe there's going to be no female police officers in the field, and that's no knock against females, and I love equality and everything, but the thing is, you have to be able to confidently handle yourself in even the most scary situations.
100%. But that's the thing. That's like what you just said, like before. If they're highly trained in martial arts, then they'll be okay in every situation. If a woman learns how to throw her weight, then she can do some shit. Like if she knows how to throw a fucking Superman punch properly, she can knock out a motherfucker.
All right, women, you're back in.
But she, well, right? Like if you know how to fucking throw your legs gonna knock a dude out. If you know how to do it, if you know how to jump and throw 2 legs and across somebody's head, they're out. They're done. Like they might even die. Which then don't do that, but like, you know what I mean? Like once you're fucking heavily trained, I fucking took Muay Thai for months. And I feel so much more confident.
Right on the street,
I'm like, I'll punch somebody in their mouth so easy, quick.
I used to work with a guy that's like MMA guy, like always trained martial arts, and he just walked with a bounce in his step. You could just tell he was very confident, and he could show you stuff that's like, oh, if a guy attacks you with a knife, here's how you take it out of his hand. If a guy attacks you with a gun, here's how you take it out of his hand. How is that not crucial information for a cop to have? Where if there is times where they say he had a knife, so I had to shoot him. Nah, actually you didn't. If you were a fucking martial artist, if you were I know it's a hard job.
And it's not even just you saying it. Professionals say that same shit. Like, you didn't have to shoot. You could take it away like this. You could do this. You could do that. If you learn,
take it out. You could fucking Jackie Chan would have the fucking. He'd empty the clip. He'd empty the clip and have the gun pointed back at you and you're like, what the fuck just happened? Or sometimes he would empty the clip and put the gun back in your pocket and be like, the bullets are out now. Like, it's like, why can't our cops be Jackie Chan?
Right? No, that's a key thing you said, to have that type of confidence. If they just had that, and you know what that comes from? This repetition. Like if you had a police officer disarm somebody with their hands, disarm a knife with their hands 1,000 times. When they saw a knife, it wouldn't be a scary thing. It wouldn't be scary. You'd be like, okay, this is what, okay.
They see somebody,
and on top of it, the person with the knife doesn't even know what they're doing. So you're trained, and this person's not. It's the same thing when you get into a fight and you see a guy go like this, and you're like, oh, this guy thinks he's just gonna hit me, because it all goes slower now that you're trained. Everything goes slower. So now you're like, oh, okay,
like I said,
do this, knock you out.
Cop gets called to a bar fight. He goes inside. The guy has a knife. He's like, the cop doesn't even reach for his gun. The guy's holding his knife. He's like, I'll kill you. The cop goes, oh yeah. He goes to the fucking the door. He locks the door. He fucking takes the knife out of that guy's hand. Gives him a wedgie. Like,
now you can't leave. Like that movie. In
my idea for the future of police force, obviously that guy that rolled up on the scene with Ma'Khia Bryant he'd be fucked, because it's like, that's not how we handle shit. We take the knives out of their hands. We put them in handcuffs before they know it.
Exactly. So like, and you know what? It's so funny. I was just watching a podcast, Joe Rogan, with Marcus Luttrell. He's a lone survivor, highly trained military, like Navy SEAL. And he was talking about their training. He goes, the reason that more Navy SEALs die in training than combat is because when we're training, we make it way more violent than it's actually going to be.
I didn't even know that.
They make it way more crazier than it's actually going to be. That way, when you're in that situation, you're okay. You're calm. Yeah. You're like not calm, but like you're focused in. You know your task. It's like it's muscle memory.
Why aren't police trained like that? Like, okay, I get we can still have all these cops that don't want to be trained like that. You can do the speeding. You can just hold the speeding gun and be that kind of cop. That should be your sole job. But the guys that actually go out and respond to dangerous calls or whatever, like these ones that can turn violent, they should have this training. They should be confident. So
more training, not guys who don't come like not. So I don't like the social work idea. I like this idea. It's like know how to do all that shit, but then also you can come in and like not just fuck people up right away.
Yeah,
like that's
so. Those are my plans for the future. BLM, get on that. That's what you training police to be super martial artists,
right?
And having way more like psyche evaluation to actually get in, because it seems like I know like the history of police are definitely like tied into like KKK shit and all that stuff. Like there's been a lot of bad apples through the cracks. So there has to be an overhaul of the police force. And like, I'm not saying fuck the police. I'm saying make the police better.
Yeah.
Make them fucking Jackie Chan.
I want a bunch of Bruce Willises, you know? Some shit goes down, they can just scale a building if they need to.
They can take down a terrorist organization by themselves through the vents in the fucking cafeteria or whatever.
You know, actually, like, I forget, Tim Kennedy, he's like Green Beret, he said it. He's like, if you send 20 of us to a country, we could take it over.
There you go.
He's like
Christopher Columbus.
He's like, it's so weird how they're trained. He's like, we know the languages. He's like, we know a bunch of different languages. We know how to work into places. We know how to like they said they can just them can just take over a whole country, take over the government, reinstall a new government, like everything.
Well, I don't want guys fucking doing all that shit.
I'm just saying those guys like it's just saying like the extent of where training can go. Like you can train people into fucking machines.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're gonna put these cops in this situation where they have these guns and a shotgun inside their car, if need be, then like they should be calm about it. They should be really calm about it and really like think about it. Like when does somebody have to get shot? I don't think all the time.
Yeah, I know. There's way too much that happens now where they can say, "I was scared. He looked like a threat." But like
that shouldn't be an option for them to say.
But it's because they're not trained properly. Like they're trained where it's like I don't have to put my life on the line, but they should be trained in a way that's like taking someone's life is like the last thing I want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, right now they have lethal force, and I'm not saying like there's no situation ever where they should be able to use it, but it's been coming up more often than it should.
Yeah. Way more often. Like I said, you just shouldn't be scared. I know a cop myself who he has many times. He's opted out of hurting people with lethal force and literally like will just like put up his hands and be like, all right, I'm gonna fuck you up then. If you don't want to go down and you're talking about fighting me, we can fight. And he'll just scrap him. He'll like just scrap him to the ground. He even had that situation once, and he had a knife, or the guy had a knife, and he like got the knife away, and he was fucking the guy up, and a bunch of people started taking pictures and telling him to get off the guy. And he's like, "Yo, there's a knife right there. Like, I'm doing my job. Leave me alone. Thank you." Well, he's trying to like handcuff a guy. I mean, no, it's fucked up.
It's definitely fucked up, and it is a fucked up job to have. And I know like there's good cops, bad cops, but the problem is right now the whole brotherhood fucking fraternity where it's like don't say anything if you seen the guy do something bad. So it's like if you're a good cop and you have to keep a secret for a bad cop, then what's the point of being a good cop?
True, very true.
So anyways, those are all my, you know what I mean? Fucking, this is the problem with being in the center too, because it's like people that are like so pro cop, they're like, this guy's a fucking pussy, and then people that are like so like on the other end are like I still say stuff that will get me in trouble with them too. So it's
yeah.
Some people say, oh, don't ride the fence, choose a side, but it's like ride it. Yo, have you ever tried to ride a fence? It's not easy. It is not easy. It's easier to choose a side.
Yeah, it's way easier to choose a side, because then when you choose a side, you got a fucking tribe that you're with, and you guys can all team up, and you guys can have
there's a little bit of a safety net.
Yeah.
I feel for the left wing like cancel culture side, it's a little bit worse to be on that side, because even if you're on that side, if you say something bad, they turn against you quick. Like they'll cut you out so quick. If you're on the other side, like it's a more hated side, but
it's like
you have a little more freedom to fuck up. I don't know.
It's like zombies. They figure out that you have a brain, and then they're like, okay, we're eating you next.
Yeah. Now I will say this: the good news is Chauvin was found guilty. I wasn't sure if he would.
George Floyd case, yeah.
George Floyd, Chauvin, he's guilty. It was
on all counts.
Even though, he got 3, manslaughter, murder second, murder third, guilty on all 3. So that was good, and it was so good that even the white people that I know that say the N-word were like, I hope this guy gets put in general population.
Oh yeah.
Like I was, because I used to work with some old guys that were pretty loose with their
with their obscenities.
If you're hard left cancel culture, they definitely are racist piece of shit to you.
Yeah.
But if you're not, like, they're not racist, but they say some fucked up shit.
Yeah. It's weird.
But I will say I was like questionable about how they'd react to that, because there is some white people that are like, oh, but he was on drugs, but he was this, that.
He was in a porno once.
Yeah.
And we don't praise people who are in pornos. Sorry, I have to look at Kim Kardashian's post real quick.
But did you hear he was using a fake 20? It's like, oh yeah, that's death penalty for sure. Get the fuck out of here. Like, that's a slap on the wrist at best. That's a fucking, hey, don't do that again.
Yeah, they tell you to get out of here when you got fake 20s.
Get out of here with that shit.
Nah, it's not real. Sorry, bro.
Don't come back to my store. That's like a store owner thing.
Yeah.
It could end there, really.
It could.
Put a picture up of him on your wall and be like, don't serve this man.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. That's the punishment of that crime.
That's what it should be.
Not so when you roll up on him and you're like, oh, you were using a fake 20, let me take you down and kneel on you. What?
Could you imagine?
Anyways, that one was so anyone that watched that video, even if you are a little bit racist, you still are a fucking human and you're able to watch. Like, that's what I'm saying. Even the guys that are a little bit racist at my work, old work. My old work. I won't. Yeah, fuck it. I won't even. No, I'm not gonna say. They're obviously not gonna say their name.
No, of course not. Don't do that.
But anyways, the point is, even them. I heard them say that day, I hope this guy gets put in general population. They watched that video. They were sickened by that video. The video is disgusting. No matter if you think black people are criminals or not, the video is fucking bad, yo.
Yeah, man. When you watch that, fuck.
But yeah, so good news is a step in the right direction, a precedent. It was one of the most big. I know. Some people were like, oh, they're like, that happens all the time. They're making this one thing like everything, but it's not. It's a step. It's a step in the right direction. It's a precedent for what can happen going forward.
Yeah, exactly. It's a, yeah. Like, I think it's really good. I just, like, I was talking at work with somebody, and it's like, now it's just a thing of like seeing when he actually gets out. Because like, you know what I mean.
And there's going to be grounds for appeal. I've already seen people saying that because of that whole. What's it called? There was a
conditions or something.
No. There was a politician that said something like, "Oh, to the protesters, stay on the street and get ready to like cause shit if the verdict doesn't come back the right way."
Oh, really?
Somebody said that, and basically, so right after I saw tweets coming out saying like, "This is grounds for appeal that she did that," because it makes the jurors like fear for their safety.
True.
So,
damn.
Yeah, let's not get too excited too soon, but it really should be an open and shut case. Like, you see the evidence. What's the defense? You know
the thing is, a cop can get like sentenced. Well, anybody can, but like, I think it would be more likely for a cop if you get sentenced to like 20 and then like get out in like 9. You know, which sounds like a long time, but if you were supposed to do a 20 and you get out in 9, that's pretty good. Yeah. Especially if you killed somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you got off really good.
There'll definitely be some fuckery on the back end.
Yeah.
He's going to be put in solitary confinement. He's going to be safe in there. I don't know if they'll give him a cushy cell, but it won't be the miserable prison experience that you hope for.
Yo, what if he does get like Gen Pop? Or it doesn't even really matter. When you're in jail, if they decide that they're going to touch you, you're getting touched. Like, this is the way it works. It's like, you think that like guard's on your side until somebody gives him something that he needs, and then you're getting fucked up. So we have to see what happens with him.
All right,
I hope it would be some cool irony if they just like busted his kneecap, just one knee.
Ooh,
just busted that one knee, busted the shit out of it. That'd be crazy.
let's hope some justice is served. Like, it's a good step. We'll see what happens next. But let's move on to some good news. Some real good news is that
that was good news that he got sentenced. You know, it's good news he got.
It is good.
Finally,
it is good. But I'm just saying we want to see the whole thing play out before we can really get excited about it.
Yeah,
just because the way shit works.
Yep.
You know, but some legit good news that I heard is that Snoop Dogg confirmed DMX did finish his album at his studio, the studio that they recorded the verses at. He said DMX finished his album, so we have a DMX album to look forward to. He has a song featuring Pop Smoke, and he has a song featuring Griselda, two heavyweights from New York. So
I really wish that XXXTentacion and DMX got to work together. I really wish they did because their music is like so similar.
DMX X Tentacion.
Well, I mean, X was the last person to be called X. Like that's what they called him, right? He was like the last one. But
what about Exhibit?
You don't really call Exhibit X.
Yeah, X.
I guess that's him calling himself X.
He has a song. X.
Like XXXTentacion didn't call himself X, and DMX would never call himself X. Everybody just gave it to them.
True.
Exhibit's like, I know. But yeah, man, I wish they got to work together. But it's good that he got to at least work with Pop Smoke. That should be a really cool song.
Oh yeah,
that should be a great song.
Looking forward to that. That's two dogs. There's gonna be a lot of growling on that.
I pray there's a Damien on there. If there's just one last Damien, man, I'll be so fucking happy.
Damien number 4. Is there 3? Yeah, there's 3 right now.
Yeah. Oh, if there's another one, I'll be so happy. So happy.
Yeah.
Because that would almost be like closure to like his life. Because Damien was always the struggle between the two sides and everything.
Yeah.
So if there was like just one last one and like then that's where we end with X's career, that'd be great.
Either way, that album, I normally I'll just download shit, but I'll buy that one just to show support for the.
Yeah, if I can, definitely. Like, why not? Like, I don't even know, where do you buy albums now?
I don't know. Tell us.
I have zero idea.
If they make it on record, I'll get it on record.
Ooh, that would be a good vinyl. Yeah.
The vinyl for Flesh of My Flesh, Blood on My Blood looks like blood on it. That one looks pretty cool too. I might get that. These iconic fucking albums that like.
Beautiful.
It's real nice.
I want that.
Unfortunately for these two other rappers that passed away recently, it's like DMX was such a big presence that it's like, Black Rob and Shock G died as well. Yeah. It's like they'll get love, but it's like, okay, guys, we're still feeling DMX's right now. Yeah,
exactly. But they're all huge. They were all huge because a lot of people don't know who Shock G is. He was the guy from Digital Underground. He had the song "Do the Humpty Hump."
Yeah.
He had that iconic voice and that huge nose, those crazy hats and crazy glasses. Do the Humpty.
All right, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin.
And who did he give an opportunity to?
Tupac,
the infamous Tupac. Tupac was one of his dancers back in the day for Digital Underground. So he sparked.
And he opened up for them, right?
Yep.
He opened up for them. What was the song that they had together?
I have no idea.
Fuck. All right. Anyway,
that would be a funny song to hear because they're so like, I don't want to say they're so silly. Digital Underground and Pac was like so serious. It was probably like one of those songs. Pac was probably like more silly back then, especially after being a dancer.
No, I don't think it's a silly song. It's a fucking what song is it?
Look at Pac on stage with a dashiki. Same song, music video. Official music video.
No, there's what song is it? They were in I Get Around. You know that one? I Get Around.
What? Digital Underground's in that?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that. They were doing the background shit? Did they have verses in it?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I thought I Get Around was just Tupac.
Okay, now I got to re-listen to that song because now I'm getting confused. But I feel like they have one song together where they both have verses on it. That's a pretty big song. But if it ain't I Get Around, it must be something else. But anyways,
rest in peace to Shock G.
Rest in peace to Shock G. He once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. He liked to fuck fat girls. Come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat. Look at me, I'm skinny. That's I like that one.
That's rap
I called
lyrics.
You fat. Look at me, I'm skinny.
That's rap lyrics back in the day, man. Didn't have to talk.
And Shock G had that distinct voice, and so did Black Rob. All these guys with like really like, I had this bad bitch in town. And whoa.
Yeah, nobody knew what was like whoa before Black Rob came along. He let everybody know what it was.
Said I'm fucked up,
my niggas,
up in the
my
head.
dough,
I'm like,
my
whoa.
flow, my soul, my soul. Oh, I love that song. Like, whoa. I'll rip your torso. More so, I'll rip your torso. I live the fast life. I love that shit.
Black Rob was sick, but I don't know many songs by him, but I know like isn't he the one that does the Rottweiler?
Maybe, but
take this money. Yeah, he's in that. Take this money.
But
ain't no way you can take this from me.
Yeah.
Now let's get it. Yo, that's that song. Let's get it. So I remember one time I was driving on the highway and that song came on. And I just felt like doing the Harlem Shake and I started fucking shaking the wheel.
What's wrong with you?
And my buddy was like, "Yo, chill. We're on the fucking highway." take this money.
Bro, that's fucking yeah, it sucks when these guys pass away. And you know what else it is when these guys pass away? I don't know about for you, but it like makes me feel older. I'm like, yo, these guys
well, they're young. They shouldn't be passing away. Yeah. Well, I don't know how old Shock G was, but
Shock G was 57, which is still
Black
young.
Rob was 54 and DMX was 50.
Yeah.
All these guys in their 50s, man.
Young.
It's yo. Real young.
Yeah.
Man, we're talking about too much sad shit today.
Well, that shit happened, man. Nobody. I hadn't heard anybody talk about Shock G. I had to look that up. Like I had to find
I saw
that.
it mentioned, but
I didn't even hear like the podcast I listened to, the hip hop. They didn't even mention it.
We will. While we're on the topic of passed away superstars, I do want to say this week, Vanessa Bryant, Kobe Bryant's widow, she cut off ties with Nike. Now, Kobe was with Nike for 20 years at least.
Yeah.
Great relationship. Like really great for the brand. A lot of players in the NBA wear Kobe shoes.
Of course.
He's one of the most popular shoes worn by NBA players. And Vanessa, man, she's cutting off the relationship because she's like, I want to make more shoes. Because one of Kobe's things was he made limited amounts of every what do you call it, iteration. Every year they put out a Kobe, there's only a limited amount because it makes them more special. He made them like collector's items to a point.
I was gonna say, yeah, it makes them valuable.
So she's like, fuck all that, I want more kids to wear them, which is like, I guess fine, but that's the reason you're leaving Nike. It makes me sad because it's like, what would Kobe want? That Kobe did it a way, he did it a certain way his whole life for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what, that does make sense because especially after he passed, a lot of people were watching interviews. I've always watched his interviews and stuff, but that whole Mamba mentality, that wasn't everybody. There was a certain class of people who would reach the Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
So he probably was putting those out because it's the same type of shit. Not everyone gets to wear my shoes. There's only a select few who get to wear these. Like, I'm fucking Kobe. Like, not everybody's gonna get a pair. Not everybody's gonna get to be like me. Not everybody can wake up and do the things he did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these aren't Jordans.
Exactly. I don't know. I feel like if she left, and obviously I don't know anything about shoe deals, but I feel like if she just stayed with Nike, eventually the Kobe brand would get elevated to the Jordan brand. Like maybe not like maybe not side by side, but it would keep going up and up because Nike I think are the perfect people to immortalize Kobe. Like if she brings that shit over to Reebok,
100%,
buddy, that's horrible.
That's exactly what I was thinking. If she goes to fucking Reebok, she might as well go to his grave and piss on it, yo.
Bro, that's a bad idea.
Anyways, Vanessa, rethink this, man.
I would not
even
be happy.
I don't even want to see Kobe Adidas. Like Kobe's Nike.
Yeah, he like everything Nike's about, he just fits in.
He literally lived and died Nike. And if that's the way he set up the deal, you don't think Kobe was a fucking what do you call it when you think like strategically? Yes. He was a strategic thinker. Yeah. So if that was his strategy with Nike, if he didn't want to do it the same way LeBron does it, the same way Jordan did it, he wanted to do it the way Kobe did it, which was make him fucking more of a hot commodity, make him like not everyone's gonna be rocking Kobe's.
But then here's the argument against it.
Okay.
Is that if he was still here, he would do it that way, but also like the real estate company that he like built up, that right now would probably be worth like $2 billion. It was like about to hit like $1 billion. So that would probably be worth around $2 billion. The stuff that he was doing in terms of like Pixar and making stories and stuff, he just won an Oscar. That probably would have brought in countless millions. So now it's like the breadwinner's gone, and now she needs what he did to at least help throughout the kids' lives, right? They have a baby. They have an actual baby. She's like 3 or 2.
That's
so
crazy,
like
man.
at that point, you got to think about them, and you got to not think about like what like the players would want, like basketball enthusiasts or anybody like that. You got to think about
there's something fishy going on with Vanessa, because
you think so?
When he passed away, like within months, there was a fucking dispute with her and her own mom had a falling out.
Her mom or Kobe's mom?
Her mom, because Kobe used to take care of her mom like better than she wanted to after he died.
Okay.
Because I guess he used to, give her money to do this and that, whatever. So after he passed away, she wanted to carry on doing the stuff that she normally does. And she's like, no, Mom, you're cut off. Like, Kobe's dead.
Yeah.
and he's the one that used to. It's like, yo, that's your mom. Anyways, she's.
And he probably did that because it's like, no, that's your mom. She made you, and I'm grateful for you, and that's the reason I have all these kids. So I'm always going to support your mom, because that's what I would do for my girl's mom. Even
Keep the in-laws happy. Yeah.
Even if she was horrible, she's not. But if she was, I would still fucking take care of her. Like, how do you not?
And I think they knew each other from they were young, so she probably was like a second mom to him. Like, were they high school sweethearts? I think.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like she was. I feel like she was really like. I think he was, because he got NBA like 19, right?
Yeah.
They met around that time, so he was 19.
Okay,
She must have been 18.
It wasn't high school sweethearts, but just after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking. But anyways, I don't want to come down hard on Vanessa Bryant. She's been through a lot, but I just think you got to stick with Nike.
Yeah, I think like, but then also like you don't know the back end dealings. Like maybe all of a sudden they started changing their tunes on certain things because Kobe's not around. Because Kobe's a beast. Kobe would walk in that room and be like, "This is how this is gonna go." And now that it's just the wife, maybe they're like, we'll handle this.
They're
Maybe
gonna
she's
go to
just
a
like,
new-
no, fuck you. Like, I see what you guys are trying to pull.
Okay, so they're gonna go to a new shoe company, and obviously we don't want it to be Reebok. What company? What company do you think would be good? I think it has to be something completely
Kobe. It has to be. It has to just be its own company.
Whoa.
It has to be.
Nah, really?
I don't know. Like if I saw Reeboks, I'd be like, nah.
If I saw Adidas, I wouldn't like it. Even though Adidas is a good brand, I just don't.
But see now,
I think it might have to be a company that
yeah.
it doesn't really make ball shoes right now, but it's like something like fashionable, like a Lacoste Kobe's or something like that.
Yeah. See, like even that doesn't seem right. I think
it doesn't seem right.
It would
None
just
of it
have to
seems
be
right.
Kobe. It would have to be.
I don't know how
They should have.
Let's see what the next step is.
See those Nike execs. They should have fucking been like, listen, we just got to call Jordan. Let Jordan talk to her. He's still good with us, right? Let Jordan talk to her just for 10 minutes. I bet Jordan could have smoothed this thing right out. I bet he could have. He would have been like, listen, I'm Michael Jordan. You know the shoes. I'm still the number one shoe company. I'm still the number one shoe in Nike, but you know, there's a huge drop off, but then your husband comes in next.
Yeah, that's a good speech for her. Yeah.
Like
Jordan wouldn't be able to fucking come at it humble. No way.
No. He'd be like,
he's like, you know how much better I am than your husband?
Okay.
So that's how much better my shoe will be, and then
okay, so I'm gonna make a lot more, but there's still a small piece for you to make. No, but like I think he could have talked to her because I feel like they must know each other on a personal level, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
At least a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's what happened. And you know what else? The last thing is like, I guess when your husband dies, you get your backup a lot. You're not fucking around anymore because like now that protector is gone, and now like you have to be the protector. So maybe she's like just stepping into the aggressiveness. She's like, all right, I got this. I just lost a daughter and my fucking husband. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm not fucking around. You guys aren't taking anything from these two kids that I have left.
R.I.P. guys.
You know what I mean? Like maybe she's just on that type of shit. I don't know how I'd react if I was in that situation. It's fucked.
It's real fucked. In a fucking helicopter accident.
Money, man. Money is it's a thing, man. And yeah, it's weird. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to say what you should do in that situation.
I can't believe how much dead people we've been talking about in this episode. This has just been a fucking R.I.P. episode, yo.
Death. That's what we'll call it. We'll call it R.I.P.
The R.I.P. episode?
Yeah.
Rip it up?
You can do that.
Well,
I'll call it Rip It Up. That's what I'll call it. There you go. Who else? What else?
What else? Well, you told me that Meg Thee Stallion is taking a break from music. Let's hear about that. I never even heard about this.
Honestly, like I'm gonna tell you what I think about it. She's talking about taking a break
From
music, like just
or from the spotlight altogether. Is she like, I plan on doing something else? Or?
No. It's just she wants to take a break. And you know what? Artists do this all the time, and it's usually part of like a rollout. Like a rollout in terms of like new music
leave people
coming
wanting
out.
more kind of thing.
This is what she like. A lot of people don't know, or maybe they do, but this is what she did before. She was like, "Oh, like I think this was part of a rollout as well." She was like, "My label's stopping me from releasing music." So it's like now people started clamoring for the music.
Let her
like,
release it.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to shake my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to talk about being a bad bitch.
Exactly it. So like people started really like championing her. She was like this downtrodden artist, you know? It was a perfect way to come out the way she did. People would champion whatever she did, even if it was like whores in this house. Like people will champion it.
We want to see that stallion gallop.
Exactly. Like let her run free. And now she's like after that, everything came out. It went really, really well. And now all of a sudden she's like, I'm taking a break from music. I think this is part of another rollout. I think we're going to see music from her very soon. Like soon, maybe like 4 months, 5 months. We're at least going to see a feature or something. I think there's too much money behind her for a record label to be like, okay, take a break. I think the record label's going to be like, no, you signed off for 4 albums and you released 1. So get to work.
Yeah, they're going to get out.
They're going to be like, we're going to take all your money.
They're going to hop on her like a jockey on a stallion and be like, yeah!
Literally, right? Like,
right, girl.
That's how they get with artists, right? So I can't imagine her actually taking a break. So I think this is part of a rollout, but we'll see, because it must be hard as fuck to do what they do. Like 1 year, 50 Cent did 400 shows in 1 year.
But are they doing shows right? I feel like that's killed because of COVID, at least.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. So what is she going through?
So what the fuck's her problem?
Nah, it's probably still stressful. There's shit we don't know about.
Or maybe she's like, there's no point in me dropping a whole new album right now because I still need to tour with that music.
True.
Maybe. Theories.
Damn. But yeah, she's talking about taking a break. I think it's all part of a rollout. These industry people, they have no problem. What did Tribe Called Quest say? They said rule number 480, record company people are shady.
Ooh, yeah. Mad shady. Crazy.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what that turns into.
I will say this. This week, we just passed 420, and great. On 420, they did the Redman versus Method Man versus. Yeah. And I didn't see it, but I heard the streets are saying it was the best versus yet. Did you watch any of it?
Yeah, I saw not all of it, but I saw a bunch of it. A couple songs. I just wanted to see what the feel was, because
what was the feel?
It wasn't a battle, but at the same time it was, because they're both such massive MCs that they're going to be proud of their work no matter what.
Yeah.
So there is that whole competition thing, but those guys are fucking brothers. Like, they're literally brothers. Like, Redman's like an unofficial member of the Wu-Tang Clan because he's just so with meth,
Yeah.
So like, it didn't have a feel of a battle, but it was still sick just because they're both sick. I was surprised that I actually liked it, just because usually when they're friends, you don't like it because they're not trying to come at each other. They're not doing anything but just sitting there and just like kind of vibing with each other. But at least Red and Meth, when they do it, it kind of makes sense.
The Gucci versus Jeezy was the most unfriendly one.
I tuned into that one. I watched the whole fucking thing because I was like, yo, there's real beef there.
The only two ones that I watched the full thing of was that one and
Vibes Cartel.
It wasn't Vibes Cartel. It was Beanie Man and fucking.
That's what it was.
Beanie Man and fucking
Bounty Killer.
Yeah.
That one I watched the whole thing of too. Yeah. You want to be the person that stop all this? There's 500 people watching. When the cops came.
Yeah.
Do you want to be that person? Do you want to be the person? Yeah, those were sick. So like, it was good. Red and Meth. I would love it if it was like more of a battle though. But it's hard. It's so hard. And Meth won without question.
The one that I saw little pieces of that seemed like a fucking banger also was Earth, Wind and Fire versus the Isley Brothers.
That was a concert. That was a real concert. Yeah. Watch. You can just play that one while you're like getting ready.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, because Earth, Wind and Fire, were singing some of the background for the Isley Brothers when they were singing certain songs.
Nice.
It was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
I just tuned in like back and forth between that one and the parts that I caught. I was like, this is a fucking smoke, yo. This is sick.
And like, after seeing that one, there should be more of that. More of the artists doing duets. Like, that would like I think that would pull people in more, and it's just sick to see.
Ja Rule versus Ashanti.
Versus Ashanti. Ja Rule versus 50 Cent. That's what it would be.
Oh, that'd be crazy,
bro.
That's
50 would 50. Actually, it's hard. I think 50 would pound them into the ground though. I think it'd be I think it would be like, if they did like 20, I think it'd be like 18-2.
50 Cent made Ja Rule so uncool when he came out, but when you, in hindsight, like, Ja Rule songs do slap.
They were
like,
the best.
Yeah.
Before 50 came out, we were all singing.
Yeah.
All of us. We were singing.
What would I do with my baby?
What would I do without you?
I like the way Between Me and You starts again too. Now when I first saw her, all I thought was don don don.
We used to love that shit. We used to love 50 came in and just ruined that for everybody, man. It's fucking crazy.
What's the verses that you really want to see? Any on your mind?
See, one that just popped into my head was like Griselda versus Wu-Tang, but Wu-Tang would just fucking massacre, man. Wu-Tang's just too much of a beast. Because then you can do whatever anybody's produced and then any feature. So that would be too hard. I think a good one would be, I don't even know who he would go against, but I think Eminem. Eminem needs to have a versus.
Who would Eminem be a good? Who would be a good versus for Eminem? That's a good question.
Honestly, a lot of people don't like it because they feel like it's disrespectful because Eminem's white, but it's Jay-Z. That's the person who could go against Eminem. That's the person who should be against Jay-Z. It should be Eminem. It's just the perfect. Like, even when they were on a song together, it was balanced. You couldn't even tell who killed who.
When Eminem murdered you on your own shit.
Yeah, I know.
Nas would say allegedly on Renegade.
It's hard because Jay-Z said orphan. I'm an orphan. My pops left me an orphan. My mama wasn't home, and he used the word orphan and he made it sound like often, and it was like a double entendre thing that was crazy. So he was doing crazy shit when he was on that song Renegades, and Eminem just came like with a crazy flow. So it's hard to really tell who did what, because Jay-Z was saying he was painting some really crazy pictures, but then Eminem just came with this really crazy flow.
See, but I just think. Like, that is a good versus for Eminem, Jay-Z. But I think if Jay-Z does versus, it has to be Jay-Z versus Nas, because that's
exactly it, right? People are gonna want to see that. But fucking Nas loses to Jay-Z.
It'd be a good battle.
He loses, man.
Obviously, Jay-Z has more hits. Jay-Z hit him with songs like "I Just Want You to Know," and that's a tough one for Nas to have anything to come against, because it's such a like when that comes on in the club to this day, people still play it. You know, I'm a hustler, baby.
Yeah,
I just want you to know.
It gets too hard, man. It gets too hard, and then you start figuring out what Jay-Z wrote, what he ghost wrote. If he wrote a song, he gets to use it in verses. You know, he wrote Dre's verse in The Watcher. I don't know if you ever heard that song.
Yeah,
it was a song called The Watcher. Yeah, Jay-Z wrote that verse. So Jay-Z could just drop Jay-Z could take a Dre verse and just, here you go.
No, but that'd be
say
weird.
something.
That'd be like a waste for Jay-Z.
No, like, what do you mean? He's on the song and he wrote
he's
a verse.
He's not on The Watcher.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. You never heard him on it?
I have the album, and I never heard Jay-Z on
Watches. He starts going and he's like, his verse is so sick on The Watcher. Yeah, don't be silly.
Really? Yeah, I gotta listen to that again.
Bro, his verse is crazy on The Watcher. He starts talking about he's like you were still on a Peter. Like, he starts talking about like, I was doing this and you were still doing this. He's like, you were watching Peter Pan. I was on the Peter Pan bus. Like, he's like talking like some wild shit on that verse. So sick. It'd be hard, man. Yeah, Jay-Z versus, and then what does Nas bring up?
Second Childhood. Dung, 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 dung,
I don't even know what that song is.
What? Yo, I'm in my second childhood. When I flip for the streets, who else can it be? NAS, Nas. Yo, Nas.
Oh, okay. I know.
I actually, personally, I was a bigger Nas fan when I was a kid, but I can't argue that Jay-Z has more hits.
I was a massive Nas fan when I was a kid.
But I'm one of the rare people that when you're a Nas fan, you say, most people will say Illmatic's better than Stillmatic. I like Stillmatic better.
Really?
I like Stillmatic better, yeah.
Bro, come on. We're going 20. What does man? There's Beyonce songs he has. Like, what is like H to the Izzo? What does Nas bring up
on the album, on the Chronic? Maybe he's in a remix or something. Because on the album, I know I haven't heard Jay-Z on this. Jay-Z's not.
Who is on this? Who's on this?
This is Chronic 2001.
Because on The Watcher, it's Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and Rakim.
So this is just Dr. Dre by himself.
Oh, okay. So
on the album version,
write The Watcher and put a 2 beside it.
Yeah, so
do it.
I think I saw that already.
The Watcher 2?
Yeah,
because I think that's what it is, maybe.
Also, Dr. Dre fucking dropped the next fucking Chronic.
Yo. Yeah, that's what it was. The Watcher
so many times the Chronic's been teased. The new, there's supposed to be the third one.
The Detox.
And there's one time where his son ended up passing away. There's one time where something else happened. Like, there's been a couple times where he's about to drop it and something pivotal happens in his life where he's like, I can't fucking drop an album right now.
That album's not coming.
You don't think it's ever coming? He might need to after his wife keeps fucking trying to take all his money.
No, I don't think it's ever coming.
I think he should drop one album that his wife doesn't entitled to.
That's true.
Money on it, and it's really gonna fucking people been waiting on it.
That's true. I would get it just to hear it.
Yeah.
Like,
just post his fucking divorce settlement on the fucking on the front cover.
Help a brother out.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that I was right about that, because I would have been like, how the fuck did I not notice Jay-Z
yeah.
was on that album?
Yeah, no.
The Chronic
Watch
2001
It
is
too.
one of my favorite, like, listen to top to bottom albums that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, The Watcher 2 is what it is, and
When-
he kills on that song. So like, what is Nas?
I will
like,
check that
Like,
out.
think about it. Think about Nas has "It Ain't Hard to Tell." I'm the man. Oh, you're the man.
You're the man. Which
the world is yours.
You're the man. I used to listen to that before
Same.
wrestling tournaments.
Oh, really?
Yo, that used to fucking hype me up.
I
Yo.
used to
Even though
love
it's like
this.
a calm song, it would just make me feel like I'm the man.
It's focused. It's a focused, like, calm song. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Banger.
So like, yeah, he has a few, but I don't know, man. Jay-Z just has bigger hits. Like, everything that Nas can like put there, Jay-Z has a big song.
Girls, girls. Girls I do adore.
How do you even compare
I wonder
that?
if Jay-Z would get canceled for that song these days, though.
No.
I got this Spanish chick cooking me beans. I got this Asian chick cooking me rice.
Yeah.
Problematic.
He has,
Jay-Z.
he has a young chick who cries when he doesn't give her Nikes. What's up? What's the problem? What's the problem? There's no problem with that song, bro. And he says he adores them.
That's true.
You know.
But there's one where he just specifically talking about fucking the races of the girls that he's fucking, and
Of course.
it's a little problematic these days.
Nah. Now that people know who Jay-Z is, that's why he was taking his pick like that. He was trying to find the right one. He found Beyonce. Listen, cancel culture. You're not gonna touch our king. You understand? He's our T'Challa. You will not touch our T'Challa.
Yeah, man. Fucking, they're all great. Jay-Z, Nas, fucking Eminem.
But that would be a dope one to see. But I don't know if they have enough money to make it.
If
happen.
Jay-Z and Nas did a versus, I would hope that they play their diss tracks to each other. But Ether would be a crazy one to put.
Nah, you can't.
Fuck Jay-Z.
You
Yeah,
can't.
what's up?
You cannot. You cannot.
You been on my dick.
You can.
You love my style.
You cannot play that song in front of Jay-Z is like royalty now. He cannot play that song while Jay-Z is in the room. That would never happen.
36 in a karate class? Tabo ho.
Oh my god. Man, nah. I don't think that'll ever happen. But you know what? I don't think Jay-Z will ever happen in terms of like a versus. I don't think he'll ever be.
I don't think Eminem will either.
I think Eminem would be down. Because Eminem always has that chip. He's like a
So you know what they
battle
would do?
guy at the end of the
Eminem
day.
and Dre. Friendly one. It would just be playing Dre. Dre has enough hits.
Yeah.
Dre has enough hits to, and when you think about, okay, he can put anything that he worked on producer wise.
Yeah.
Bro, that'd be a good battle actually.
Yeah, that might be a good one too.
He plays an Eminem song. He's like, this is my shit actually.
Yeah, right. But then still Dre. Eminem wrote that verse for Dre.
So they can just play each other's songs against
Yeah.
each other. No, that'd be a good one to put up.
That'd be a dope one. That would be a fun one. That would be fun like this versus
Yeah.
was. That'd be a fun one.
The story of Dre and Eminem, it's nice, man.
Yeah. So, anyways.
versus. Before we move on from some old school music or whatever, 420. I was just thinking weed music. Do you have any weed anthems that, like,
I do.
from your lifetime that you're like, oh, we're gonna smoke. Let's smoke a spliff and throw on this track right here.
Oh no, I've never had that.
I used to have fucking back
when
when
I-
I used to burn CDs. I'd burn a CD just straight weed songs.
When I would smoke weed, I remember when I would roll around with my boy Gidon. He would always hit him up.
He's talking about gay sex, guys. When
Gidon.
I would just roll around with
Gidon
Gidon.
is my fucking
Put-
friend that passed away.
Put some context between
So-
roll around.
So fucking when we drive around, fucking he'd play that, and that's the only thing I can think of like a smoking song because he was the only person. where
Which
it was
song?
like, Hit him up.
Oh, Tupac?
Mm-hmm.
Hit him up.
He was a fucking Tupac guy. And
Hit 'em
Rider's
up.
Ambition, Spice One. We listen to all sorts of shit like that. But my smoking song now.
Yeah.
There's a girl. Her name is fucking Yabba. You don't know who the fuck Yabba is, bro? Go check. If you like singing, if you like best, so
If you
good.
like singing,
If you like old school sounding like, but she's fucking young.
Billie Eilish.
No, what?
I'm a
Stop it. No,
guy.
No.
Duh.
No. That's not even singing. There's no singing happening. Go listen to their album. There's no singing. It's weird. It's just breathy talk. But if you want to hear a real singer, like an incredible singer, Yabba. Yabba. She has a song
Yabba Dabba Doo.
with this guy, and the song just goes. It's a perfect smoking song. For
Do you think her
anybody.
parents were Flintstone fans?
No, her actual name's Abby Smith, and she just reversed Abby and just calls herself Yabba. Literally, yeah, it spells Yabba. Okay. It's weird, but yeah. So she's perfect, and the song goes, "I breathe, dream, and breathe in that smoke while you drive."
Wow.
There's no better smoking song than that.
Well,
and it's a fucking beautiful girl.
I will check that out.
And a nice guy.
Is it a beautiful girl?
Yabba? I think any girl who's fucking singing like that is beautiful, man. When I hear that shit, just write smoke and drive. Oh, right now. Bro, don't look at images.
I want to see her.
You want to see her? Just write Yabba Smith. Because her picture's not going to pop. You can't name a song and expect her picture to pop up.
Producer, get better at this shit.
You're just...
All right, anyways, I give up, man.
Take away smoke and drive. Gotta teach this guy how to use the internet. Most niggerish friend I have.
You don't know her name, yo.
All right.
It ain't Yabba Smith.
Yes, it is. And the song's right there. Fucking Sam Smith.
Oh, it's with Sam Smith?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She's a G, bro. She's the best singer in the world.
So my smoke songs. Well, first of all, Kush and OJ, the whole album is pretty fucking good smoke songs. Still blazing, still blazing, still blazing.
These are horrible songs to smoke to. You like songs like that to smoke to?
Oh, I like that. And one of my classics is I don't know if you heard the Neptune song, The Chronic's blowing, the Chronic's blowing. It blows my mind. Do you want to smoke with me? You know that one?
Yeah, no. I've never heard it, but I wouldn't listen to stuff like that.
I wouldn't listen to that.
Bro, it's too pumped up, bro. That's like energetic, like dance around music.
Okay, then let's. You want to cool it down?
I like to just be like this.
How about some Bob Marley? You know what I mean? Classic.
Bob Marley's good. Bob Marley's a good one.
And
anything. Damian Marley is great too. He's the only one that's like Bob.
Why do you say he's the only one like Bob?
He literally sounds like him. Like he's Bob. Like out of all of them, he's Bob.
That I don't know. Because I can think of a lot of Damian Marley songs that don't sound like Bob at all. But his
voice, like his voice in general.
Have you heard Distant Relatives?
Maybe.
His album with Nas.
Yes.
Sick album.
Because I've heard that whole.
That's a great album.
100 times. That's a sick one.
I have that. Yeah, I have that one on record, yo. I have the vinyl for that. Yeah.
Really?
My ex got it for me a lot back in the day.
Wow, what a lady.
Yeah, this is a long time ago. Ex before the ex.
Really?
This is 2 exes ago.
Wow, look at this guy. Been niggerish. So niggerish that the girl knew to buy him a vinyl. Wow.
Well, that's when I first got the record. Why, is that a black thing? Vinyl?
Yeah, like,
I wouldn't say so.
I don't know, man. You see a lot of like hipsters now digging in the crates and shit. But
true.
That's been a black thing, black DJ thing.
Yeah, just yet another thing the white man is stealing from black people listening to vinyl.
Records.
You
guys are stealing from records.
Us. Okay. So we'll go from some classic weed smoking songs. Let's keep it on with music. We like to give a song of the week here. A song of the week. What's your jam of the week?
Oh, fuck, I wish I could see my phone. Fuck me, man. Because I'm pretty sure it's called Bang Bang. Right now, I've been listening to Bang Bang. It's Chief Keef.
New song? Or it's like an older one?
I don't know if it's new. My boy Andrew just sent it to me. He's always listening to bangers. Oh, that song, I like that song right now. And another one.
Chief Keef, yo, I haven't listened to him in a while. And I loved him when he first came out. I remember one of my birthdays, like the last time I went on a party bus for my birthday. And the song of the year that time was These Bitches Love Sosa. And I know it. That's a fucking big one. Yo. And I love when Kobe passed away, back to that for a second, that I was doing a comedy show that night and I was like, I made my intro song, I've been balling so damn long, pictures think that I'm Kobe. Yo, that's a fucking dun, 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 dun.
That's a good one. But yeah,
yeah. So what's it called? Bang Bang. Okay. Chief Keef Bang Bang. I'll keep my ears open for that one.
And I think it's called Mike Will made it. That's who it's with.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's a producer.
Mike Will made it.
Yeah. Exactly.
My song, and this one's probably like 5 months old, as far as I know. But I heard it for the first time this week because I set my alarm with my Amazon and I tell her, Amazon, wake me up to blah, blah, blah. So this day I said DeVito, one of my favorite Afro beats artists. I don't know what song she's going to pick. I let Amazon, Alexa make that choice, right?
You let her do her thing.
I let her, DJ Alexa. And she did a good job because she woke me up to a song that I never heard before. And it was, I'm like, yo, what song is this, Alexa? And she's like, this is DeVito featuring Lil Baby. And I was like, holy fuck, they have a song together?
She was like,
and I was like, that's so crazy. But you know what else is crazy? The song is called So Crazy. Guys, check out So Crazy, DeVito featuring Lil Baby. Great song for the summer. Roll down your windows and bump that shit.
How do you think she picked it? She was like, oh, this nigga ain't gonna know nothing about this one.
Yeah.
Wait till I drop this one on his head top.
Sometimes Alexa doesn't do a good job, but that day she did.
Yeah? She's learning.
Yeah.
You know that? She's learning everything about you.
Ooh.
Slowly. That's why she did a good job this time. She's like, I got this nigga this time. I know what this nigga likes.
Yeah. Well, I'm very polite to her. I think she'll treat me right. Because even after when she's not talking, I'm always like, thanks, girl. Thanks, baby girl.
Is that what you say?
Baby girl.
It's a little oppressive to women. You can't say that to Alexa, okay?
Is it oppressive?
No. Of course not. If a lady likes you, you can call her baby girl.
Yeah.
But if they don't, oh God, you're getting fired.
Okay. Speaking of girls wanting different things, I seen a girl on Tinder having her bio looking for a dom. I'm a real sub or whatever. You know what I mean? She wants a dom.
Oh, dom, yeah.
And I was like, this girl's cute, but I don't know how to be a dom. Do you know how to be a dom? If you,
I've heard about it, and
do you have to like walk around in a leash and shit? Is it like that serious or what?
That's the thing, right? It's like it can get to that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I guess it's up to you. So okay, I knew a guy who was doing this type of shit. So It would be like he'd come up to me and be like, okay, I gotta go to the washroom, drop my pants, send a picture of my dick hard. I'll be right back. He would like just tell me that. And I'd be like, okay, cool.
So is he the dom or the sub?
He's a sub.
See,
so he got ordered. It was like, you're at work right now. I want you to do this. And he has to do it. And if he doesn't do it, then there's a punishment when he gets home.
See that? Okay.
That's too much for me. I can't do all that.
Fuck being a sub. I'm not interested in that at all. But if a girl wanted me to be her dom, I would want to try it. But I'm like, I don't know if I got what it takes to be a dom either.
When I was saying I don't care, like I don't care for the dom part or the sub part.
Yeah.
Like I have to organize punishments for you.
True.
And like then I got to do them and like fuck.
What if I'm not in the mood to dominate today?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
I can't fucking just chill.
Like, does it reverse all of a sudden? And now I gotta have like a fucking dildo in my ass or some shit?
Hope not.
Or else there's a punishment that's worse than the dildo in my ass.
Oh my god!
Like,
now you're going too far, bro.
But that's how deep it goes with that whole culture, right? Like it's not about like what's going on. It's about domination and submission. It's a weird thing. Are you rating bro? You're gonna have a really bad fucking search history, bro. You gotta relax with all this shit.
What's it called? Yeah.
You're on images. You know how bad that could have been just now.
How to be dominant. No, I want to know
15 ways how to be a calm and dominant alpha male.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get a short answer to this. It's too much.
Of course, there's no short answer. Didn't you just hear what I said? Like I got ordered to drop his pants in a washroom in one of the potties. You know how those potties look. You been in one of those potties when it's a bad day? That's what he was in with his pants down, bro.
Whoa.
It seems like a lot of work.
It does seem like a lot of work.
Like I just I don't know. Like I guess I could do it, but not all day. Like when I want to have sex, you can do it like that.
Yeah.
Like all day.
Yeah.
Like I have to be like on some shit now. Like I have to like write her and be like, hey, you better be. Come on.
But if I do match with that girl, I'll try it. I'll just be like, yeah, I'm a dom. Watch me dom, yo. See how long I can dom for.
See how long you can last. See how long you can trick her for. All right. So go make me a sandwich. I'm hungry. She can be like, this is not really dom shit. This is like wife shit you're making me do.
Yeah.
Laundry, bitch, now.
Yo, do my taxes, bitch. That's not dom. Like, that's an accountant.
And why are you calling me a bitch? It's not the part I agree on.
Yeah. I'm a fucking... Yeah.
You do it wrong?
Yeah. I'm a feminist sub.
Right? So it's like, I don't know. That's just too much for me. Too much shit. Yo. Can we just go straight to Caitlyn Jenner is running for
It's funny.
governor?
Great minds think alike. I was thinking about that next.
Bro, because that's a fucking weird one.
I don't know much about it. All I know is that the Kardashians said they're out. They're like, we're not supporting this because of her politics and their divorce with my mom.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
So the girls aren't backing?
They're not backing it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, so you said that she's in already? Like, what do you mean she's in already?
I think she took the bid. Bro, I got to just reset this.
Yeah.
Because I'm grabbing my phone now, bro. Grabbing it.
All right, this is a real...
Bro, this is an unprecedented moment. She's in for the bid. And when I say she's in for the bid, you have to actually like run kind of thing. You have to actually see if people are actually going to fucking take you in as this.
Man, I wonder how the smear campaigns will be on this one because
bro,
when you run in politics, people dig up dirt on you. And Caitlyn Jenner murdered somebody in a car.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
And then became Caitlyn Jenner. Like, we cannot let that. And then what's she going to say? Oh, no, that was Bruce.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that wasn't even me. I didn't identify as Bruce.
Yeah, exactly.
What an ugly voice. That's one thing I can't get over.
That
you could be a beautiful
that's the thing.
Trans woman, but if you're going to sound like that, blah.
You know what? I never got to do the bit, but I had a bit about that.
Caitlyn's voice?
Yeah, and how like she looks all good, you know, like she comes from the family where the women look good, and,
yeah,
and she's doing the things like everything looks perfect, you know, the breasts are good, the body's nice, and then that voice comes out. Like I was gonna do a whole bit about it and then start doing the voice.
Oh yeah,
Jesus,
fuck me!
You just spent all this money doing all this shit, and you didn't think to fix the voice?
I know. Nasty. Well,
I never did it. So officially running for governor. Yeah, she announced Friday. The 71-year-old?
Wow.
Holy fuck.
I hope she's not going through menopause.
Holy shit. I didn't know 71.
When you're doing that.
I got to say, like, Biden's what, 78? Trump's what, 76? She's way more cognitive than those two. Oh, yeah. She was an Olympian. Well, I guess she was. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Bruce was an Olympian. And
then past lives Olympian. Wow, so she's gonna beat Gavin Newsom. That's really California.
You think they're gonna win?
Want a better and deserve better from their governor. Yeah, she's in. The run comes nearly 2 decades after the true.
So what's she running as?
She qualified.
She's a conservative? Or what is she?
If the recall ballots. She is a Republican.
Republican, that's what I meant. Yeah,
she's
that's like their version of conservative. Right?
Yeah. Because we're in Canada where we don't do that shit. But yeah, she's in there and it's official and she's actually running. Like the same
that's
way.
The thing. Kardashians are Democrats.
Like
that's why they're like, we can't support this Republican.
Of course, yeah.
Caitlyn.
Of course, yeah. This ban from your whole family because of politics. I think that's so fucking ridiculous. It's like it's your mother still. You know? Like,
no, it's not. It never was.
What do you mean?
The Kardashians. Oh
yeah, they're Kardashians. Yeah, true.
That's their step mother.
Yeah.
Mother.
Yeah, he has the girls and the boy. Bruce, not Bruce. I forget what it is. Brody.
Oh yeah. He don't like him.
Nah, of course not. It fucked with his whole flow, his whole style. You know, he was like a pretty boy, and now he just.
No, apparently, like he was a bad. Like before Caitlyn was Caitlyn, when he was Bruce, he was a bad dad to Brody Jenner, like bad, like
really?
very absent, like because he just hopped over to the fucking Kardashian clan and he just forgot about his son. He just said "fuck you."
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. You ever see Laguna Beach?
Oh yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh man. That's oh fuck. You watch that shit too?
Fall down.
Bro, everybody
wasn't that the song for it?
Yeah, everybody hated that I watched that show. Bro, everybody hated it.
You're in good company if you want to talk about chick shows. Laguna Beach, followed by The Hills.
Fucking
Spencer
right.
Pratt,
there we go.
Heidi. I can't remember. Laguna Beach was so long ago that I don't really remember that well. I remember The Hills more.
Kristen. There was Kristen
Wiig, who married Jay Cutler. Now they're divorced, I think.
Bro, how do you know all this?
Jay Cutler's a football player.
We're just white girls at heart.
Yeah. That's why
That's so funny. You know that shit.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, she's running. So basically, when I say that she qualified, it's the same thing like Kanye ran for president and then didn't qualify for certain states because he was late.
Okay.
So she is on time and she's gonna fucking run. So like it's official. She's in there. You're gonna see her on TV screens and shit as one of the people running. She's gonna have a whole fucking campaign.
It makes the debate a reason to watch. I think
she's gonna win. I think no, because who's she up against? Gavin Newsom. He's known as a horrible person right now. He's known as the person who pretty much fucked up California.
So she's the Republican nominee. Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a Republican.
Yeah, but
she's
she might be in the process where it's other Republicans are running against her too, like trying to get that nominee spot. You know?
Yeah, I think that's how it works when you're governor.
Okay. So
yeah.
So if she had, like, I'm saying, yeah, maybe her versus Newsom because everyone hates him so much, but it's gonna be her versus other Republicans first.
Nah, those other guys are gonna fucking nothing. Let's
bet
nothing.
on it.
What do you want to bet?
I don't know.
How much?
$100.
Let's bet $900. See, he's fucking scared.
I'll do that.
I'm fucking confident. You see,
I don't think we
back.
should.
You see, he moved back. How far he moved back?
I never
make
back
bets
like
this
because I don't make bets that big.
He moved back like this.
I think I'm right. I don't think Caitlyn Jenner's gonna win governor.
I think she might win. I think if Arnold
let's do a reasonable bet. $100. $100.
You want to do 100?
Yeah,
that's still a lot. Let's do 20. You called my bluff.
That's why you went 900. You're like, fuck you, pussy. I'm $900 or nothing. Okay, let's do 20.
You want to do 20? Wow, this guy's serious. The handshake means he wants his money. Wow.
I don't think
around.
And it's the next. We're not gonna wait our whole lives for like the next one. It's this next running.
Yeah. Well, when she runs.
Yeah.
I don't mean ever.
Yeah. Because who knows? She's already went from man to woman. Maybe she's gonna go from unlikable piece of shit to fucking likable person. You know what I mean?
It's real easy when you have the people who like organize government things. Because I don't think she did this on her own. I think people approach people and they say, "We think you can do this and we can help you." Like I think that's how it happens. I don't think she had this on her mind. Like I'm gonna go do this thing. Like I think somebody approached her, and that's why the Klan is like, "Yo, get out of here. We're not supporting this."
They're gonna be able to dig up a lot of dirt on Caitlyn Jenner. That's the crazy part. I don't even think they.
I don't know. It's a lot. I think it's bad father and the killing of a person.
And I think when you dig deep enough, the whole becoming trans thing is they're gonna uncover some uncomfortable truths about how legit that thing is. I think it might have been more a publicity stunt than an actual like feeling. Like I think she's capitalizing off a real struggle that people go through.
If they take that stance, it won't work. It won't work. How can it? It's too deep. It's too deep to be like, oh, this is a thing I'm doing. People won't go along with that. But you know what? Politicians are capable of crazier things than that. Yep. So you know what? You could be right. Like who knows? See. When it comes to politics, these motherfuckers get grimy. These are worse than Bloods and Crips.
Like, I think there's people in her inner circle that know the truth about her intentions and what she did, and I think I just have a feeling that Caitlyn Jenner ain't what she's cracked up to be.
Really? I can't tell because I don't know anything. I never cared. Like I cared about the first thing because I wrote that bit about it, but then after I didn't do the bit, I stopped caring.
I had a bit about it too.
Yeah,
I had a bit. A lot of people are wondering, would I fuck Caitlyn Jenner? I mean, she's ugly, got a terrible personality, but she's got the best pussy money can buy. It doesn't squirt, but it's got a light, refreshing mist.
Wow.
Massaging inside walls. And you don't need to find her G-spot, guys. Her G-spot finds you. It's got GPS.
Wow. Yo, this guy's good. You're actually really good.
Thanks.
That was a solid delivery and everything. Nah, that would have been good. That would have been so good.
It was good. Good. Wow. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a while before comedy comes back, but I did want to give a shout out to a Canadian comic that just got on Fox News. This guy, Ryan Long, man. Just shout out to him. If you haven't been watching his shit already, this guy he left Toronto, went to the States, started killing it right away. Pandemic happened. Oh my God. After all these years, you go to try and live your dream in the States, and then pandemic happens. He didn't let it get him down. He ended up putting out a sketch a week and got a huge following, and now he was on Fox News, which is pretty big, man. Within like a year and a half, 2 years of him moving to fucking America, comedian on Fox News, which doesn't happen that often. That's pretty cool.
I was gonna say that's what everybody like envisions, and then it's like nothing like that.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's like, yo, within 2 years.
So this guy's good.
Never happened.
He got what it takes. He was actually when I was running a show for the first time ever in Brampton, he was the first guy I had headline. So it's pretty cool to see him have this kind of success. It's not like we're like boys or anything, but he's a nice guy. He fucking came. He killed my show. He did, and I didn't do a fucking sound check. The speakers were fucked up. The lighting was kind of fucked up. There were so many people there. I wasn't ready to have that big of an audience. Like, I didn't realize we were going to have that many people.
True.
I was expecting probably like 30, 40, and like 100 showed up. So it was a mess of a production. But this guy went on and killed for like an hour. So shout out to Ryan Long.
An hour, eh?
Yeah, some of my friends that like came to a lot of the shows to support, they're like, that's still their favorite guy. And he had to deal with technical difficulties. So it's pretty impressive.
I could see that. I remember I was driving these comedians. I guess I won't say who they were, but the like guys like in our range of comedy. And one of them was like, when I first started, I didn't know who Ryan Long was. They're like, I kept copying Ryan Long. Like unintentionally, like this, they liked him so much that they were like doing
copying
his style.
His delivery and
yeah,
shit?
exactly. And they were just talking about it, and I just remember being like, "Who the fuck is Ryan Long?" I'm like, "What are you guys talking about?" I'm like, "Who is this person?" But it's crazy to see him. And then I saw his stuff on YouTube randomly, like nobody sent it to me or anything, and then I started following, and guy's doing good, man. I love to see fucking Canadian guys do good.
It is really cool to see him shine, and like sometimes I see some of his stuff blowing up, and I'm like, yo, fucking bless this guy, man. Good for him, man. And it shows that hard work plus talent pays off. But you gotta fucking be talented as fucking. You gotta work hard as fuck.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It ain't just one. You gotta fucking do both.
Yep.
You gotta fucking have extreme talent and extreme work ethic.
People always say it's like, oh, work smarter, not harder. It's work both. You gotta
work smarter and harder,
and you gotta work harder. It's both.
Ain't that the truth, yo? And work overtime. Work smarter, work harder, and work overtime.
Yeah, make sure.
Put that on a T-shirt. Work smarter, work harder, work overtime. Is that www?
Whoa!
Wagwan with the Wagwan.
Wow.
That's a shirt, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta get our merch shit up. Like, okay. Once we get the fucking, we're gonna have a merch drop. I'd say, okay, what episode is this? This is like episode 4.
Yeah. We gotta get a tapestry. We gotta get a tapestry, and then we gotta get that.
Okay.
Gotta get both.
Let's set a goal and intention right now. Merch drop by episode. Let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
9.
25.
25. Okay.
9?
Well, you know what? Because I'm thinking of just making the clothes. Like, we can make it really quick. But if you're talking about like having it ready for everybody, then yeah, you're right.
Who knows? Maybe. Anyways,
because we can make stuff for us right now. Like, that's simple.
Okay, yeah, we can do that before episode 10.
We don't even have a logo. What are we talking about?
We're
logo. Not even done our logo.
We'll get the logo. The Wagwan with the Wagwan. The fucking work smarter, work harder, work overtime. That's like a fucking motto, yo.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that a lot too. I like how we just stumbled on that. Thank God we kept this episode going until we stumbled on that. Yeah, man. Today was a bit of a somber episode, all the negative shit we talked about, but hopefully you got some new musical hits out of it. I will say one little nice story before we go for the road is back in the day, I make no secret about it, 3-6 Mafia, one of my favorite groups of all time, Juicy J, love Juicy J. Now, when they won an Academy Award
goes to
3-6 Mafia.
3-6 Mafia.
I think they said their names, actually. It was like, whatever. Anyways, they go up and they thank their friend, their family. Of course, they thank Jesus. They thank all the typical ones. But then DJ Paul said, shout out to George Clooney, man. And it was like such a funny thing I remember watching it and being like, what the fuck? Shout out to George Clooney. Now, just recently, DJ Paul explained why he did that. And it was because George Clooney was just his favorite actor. And he's like, he just coincidentally... When they at the Academy Award luncheon, they got sat at the same table as George Clooney, and he said,
"What?"
He's like, that was my favorite guy, and he was so nice to me. He's like, he treated me like equal, and he was really good to him. So, shout out to George Clooney, man. Wow. Shout out to George Clooney. Shout out to 3-6 Mafia.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that's why it was.
Yeah, he's so, like,
that's so sick. That shows how I want to say down to earth. I was gonna say niggerish, but I'm gonna say down to earth instead. That those guys are like somebody was nice to him, and he just won an Oscar, and he's like, let me shout out the dude that was nice to me at lunch.
When somebody calls somebody,
what
the word that you just said?
Brash?
No, the other one. Come on,
Which
say
one?
it. Let's get
Which
to
one do you want?
the N word.
Oh, you want,
but with the ish at the end.
you want it.
When somebody calls somebody,
You want that.
I want to finish this point.
Niggerish, yeah.
Is that a way of calling somebody down to earth? Because I've been called that before. You're mad blank, and I'm like, oh, they're just calling me down to earth. Yeah, you're a really grounded person.
Yeah, that could be a way of doing it. I don't want to start that trend, but
If I look up the definition of it,
it's gonna say like fucking. It's gonna say bro, and that's in your search it, bro. You're gonna get pulled up on. You know that, right? Like CSIS is gonna come to your house and gonna be like, listen, we gotta talk to you about some things. Look, they're just like, this is bad.
Resembling or characteristic of a black person. I don't think that's a good definition of it. Urban Dictionary.
I mean, that's why I'm saying it. But yeah, you can definitely say that it's fucking down to earth. You're fucked. That's so funny.
Let's see what Urban Dictionary says. Urban Dictionary says,
keep it real simple. Being like a nigger.
Oh my
there
God.
You go.
Oh my God. Use it in a sentence.
No.
That's a horrible one.
That's a fuck.
Wow, Urban Dictionary, you missed the mark on this one.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yo, you're canceled.
Bro, you're supposed to like be on our side. Like we're the ones who come to this the most. What's wrong with you guys?
Oh, here we got a better one. An adjective describing a loud, ghetto, or overly aggressive black person who feels the need to show their ass in public. Bro,
damn, they even like talk to like a black person, and you know a black person, right?
Joe, stop fussing. You're acting real.
Wow,
that's been another episode of Wagwan.
I actually, that's how I use it, but Jesus Christ,
when somebody's fussing, that doesn't sound like down to earth. So I guess it's a versatile word.
It's like forget about it, you know.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, eh?
Yeah, sure.
If you're from Canada, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, eh? Yeah, eh?
Yeah, we all say it. Oh, yeah, eh, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, eh, fam? Oh, yeah, eh?
Yeah. Yo, I like that A is a Canadian thing.
I love it. Yeah. And I say it. They're like, so many people from Canada are like, well, we don't even really say that. Yes, we do. What are you talking about? We say it all the time. Yeah, eh? Oh, yeah, eh? I love it.
Sick. Yo. I'm just thinking about merch and just logos and yo, stay tuned for Wagwan with the Wagwan. I'm James at jam_easy on the Instagram and Twitter. I don't use Twitter too much. Just follow me on Instagram.
Bro, I don't use Twitter. You know what my Twitter is? It's just reposts from Instagram. So just come to the Instagram.
And yeah, tune into our other podcast, Pros and Conquerors, the Bad Boys of History. If you're worried about communism popping off this year, taking our recent episode about the guy that really made the first push for it, Vladimir Lenin. He was a bad boy. And, of course, go to follow Colin at Colin's Process.
Colin's Process. What up? I'm about to start my new, it's not a new, I'm bringing back a creativity series. I'm talking to artists, and I'm asking them what creativity is to them. And I'm going to freak out the video, make it look real sick. And that's what I'm doing now. I just want to know what creativity is to everybody.
Creativity to me is, being influenced by all the artists you love and then trying to be like nobody that you've ever seen before. Jam Easy does it. Hashtag.
That's actually a good definition. That's actually a really good definition.
Bro, that's what I do.
All right, guys, that's been another one. Fucking 128. Peace. You gonna say it? Say peace.
Peace.
Wow, you put your head down like that? You gotta say pause when you do that, bro.